You asked for it, and here it is, the 2011 Nissan Leaf, 100% electric, 107 horsepower motor, and it'll get you 100 miles between charges. A lot of thought went into this vehicle besides it just being electric. The seats are made out of recycled water bottles. The rugs, they're made out of corn products. Now, and a lot of other cool features about this car are really, unless you point them out, you really don't notice them. One of the cool things is that these big bulged out headlights are actually to deflect wind over the side mirrors. Helps reduce road noise, makes for a more comfortable ride. So what we have here is a 600-pound lithium-ion battery. It's very unique in the sense that it's all put together. Each one of these blade-like contraptions is a cell. And the cool thing about the entire system is that rather than having to replace an entire battery, which can run upwards of $8,000, you can just have the Nissan dealership diagnose each particular one and figure out which ones are causing the problem. The entire thing weighs about 600 pounds. Definitely a good chunk of weight, but luckily it's right smack in the middle of the car, right where we want it to. So it actually improves the overall handling of the car just because of where it's located in the vehicle. So what's a rechargeable battery without a charger? This is the Nissan Leaf's home charging system. It basically runs off of a 220 volt outlet at your house. You can have it pre-installed at your house by Nissan. It costs $800 and charges your Nissan Leaf in 8 hours. Now that's not bad at all, but the other extremely cool thing about the system is that it uses a new standardized plug for the Nissan Leaf. What's important about this is that all production vehicles will have this standard plug, and what's also extremely important is that this plug will remain cold, meaning there will be no electricity flowing through it until it's been securely engaged into your Nissan Leaf. Only then will electricity start flowing between the unit and the car. So you don't have to worry about having it fall on a rainy day or on a snowy day. You're not going to get electrocuted. It's very safe, very well thought out. So this is the home fueling station like I just showed you. This will charge your Nissan Leaf in about 8 hours, but more importantly, this will be the system used for industrial purposes. This one will charge your Nissan Leaf in about an hour. Actually, about half an hour for 80% charge. That's phenomenal. The best part of all, they're planning on installing these outside of shopping centers. So if you go to your local Target, maybe your local Walmart, you got to plug in your Nissan Leaf, just plug it right in, and while you're shopping, your car is getting charged free of charge. You could have all the information from your Nissan Leaf sent to your iPhone. There is a version coming out for Blackberries and Droids, so I don't want to hear any smack talk about Apple. But nevertheless, the cool thing is that you could have your battery info, even the inside temperature of your car sent to your iPhone. You could even preset your air conditioner to turn on at a certain time. So if you want your car to be at 72 degrees when you get out of work at 3:35 in the afternoon, no problem. You just pre-program that into your smartphone, and your car will be ready and waiting for you when you get outside. One of the interesting things about the Nissan Leaf is when you pop open the hood, it doesn't look like an electric car whatsoever. It just looks like a regular gas engine. But the engineers kind of did that on purpose, kind of like to calm people down when they open up the hood on this car. But this thing here looks like a valve cover gasket. It's actually the engine controller. And 12-volt battery, just like a regular car would have, that's actually for all your car's accessories. So your windshield wipers, stereo, headlights, and of course your brake lights. But not really a whole lot of ooh and ah underneath the hood here. Now, one thing that I love about this car, and it comes free with the car, it's your very own charging unit. Basically, you would just take this to your friend's house, plug it into his wall, suck his electricity, and it would take about 21 hours, but let's face it, if you're in your in-laws' house or something, you could be 21 hours at your in-laws' house easily. But the fact is, you could just top off your cells. Perfect little add-on to your Nissan Leaf. When you first step in a Nissan Leaf, it doesn't feel out of the ordinary. But then again, that's what the engineers had in mind when they designed this vehicle. The interior is quiet as quiet can be. Just a little bit of road noise and a little bit of wind. That's all you hear. At first, there's a little bit of a whine from the electric motor, but that's gone by 20 miles an hour. The acceleration is phenomenal. I was able to get this car up to 60 miles an hour by accident. The onboard navigation system makes it easy to find filling stations as well as get you to where you need to go. Well, you might be left wondering who exactly the Nissan Leaf is for. Well, it turns out that 90% of Americans drive under 50 miles per day. That's actually really good news, considering that even in real-world scenarios, the Nissan Leaf's range is 75 miles per charge. Now, another drawback to the Nissan Leaf you might be thinking is the price. $32,000 for a compact car is pretty pricey. You could buy a lot of gasoline for that. But the good news is that there are $5,000 worth of government incentives that you could put towards the purchase of your vehicle. Another good thing is that there are tax rebates regarding the fact that you're driving a low emissions vehicle. So next time you're looking at possibly a Toyota Prius, you could definitely give the Nissan Leaf a good look, because it's a very well thought out vehicle, extremely well built, and has an 8-year warranty. This has been Armando Rodriguez. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you on the road. Drive safely.